The recent parades in Kahnawà following the North American Indigenous Games and the Lacrosse Provincials has raised safety concerns within the community. KTV spoke with Community Protection Unit's Arnold, Lazare and Community Health Nurse Wendy, Skye for more details on parade safety.
CPU was contacted by a couple of community members concerned about the parades and more importantly how kids were riding on vehicles. Part of the Child Safety Injury Prevention Network, members came in and said we would like to have a PSA put out just reminding the community about safe practices. I wasn't there personally, but I'm led to believe that there was one vehicle where kids were riding quite high and another vehicle where the people were riding on the hood of the vehicle. Acknowledged the vehicles were not moving fast, but they were still concerned that if there was a sudden stop, it was high enough that the child could fall and doesn't take much for head trauma. So we decided to put out a PSA asking people to use common sense. Also, as mentioned before, we don't want a joyous occasion to be marred by a preventable injury, and these are definitely preventable injuries.
So it's important, that's our job, working with the Child Safety Network, which is a bunch of organizations that work with the children or the handling of children's safety. It's within their mandate. So it's important, somebody has to say something. We can't wait till a tragedy occurs. A lot of people were riding safely, but there are some that were not. And nobody's at fault. They're not pointing a finger because people get caught up in the excitement. The driver may not have known that this is happening. He's driving. He's got to pay attention. So and I have seen other parades where people have stopped suddenly and smashed right in front of our house before. So we have to say something. That's our duty. Child Safety Network, we take our responsibility seriously to advocate and educate for child safety. So in the very near future, I've called a meeting of the Child Safety Network. We have them every 2 months or so, and we're going to, among other things, look at guidelines for riding safely in a parade so that everybody can really have a good time. We don't have to worry about anything.
If they're going to ride in the back of a vehicle, have them sitting down rather than standing up, because it takes a second of not paying attention and a tragedy will happen. Take a look at the Montreal St. Patrick's Day Parade. They have rules galore, and even though the rules are there, they had a tragedy where a guy fell off and got run over. We don't want that to happen in Kahnawake.